Hey guys, with this distance learning format, a lot of us aren't used to sitting in front of a computer so much every day, especially for prolonged periods of time. So you may notice that your neck is becoming a little stiff. You feel like you're keeping a lot of stress in your shoulders more. Some of you may even have some back pain. So we're gonna do a couple of stretches. First, to loosen up your hips. From sitting so much every day, you're constantly keeping them contracted, meaning they're working under a lot of stress. Even though you feel like you're not doing anything, we want to make sure that at the end of the day, you're feeling agile and mobile and all the things that you should be if you had been moving around for more of the day. We're also going to do some stretches to loosen a little bit of the tension in your shoulders. So feel free to follow along or replay the video after and follow along if you just want to watch this first time. Okay, our first movement is going to be called a pigeon. You're going to start in a plank position, bringing your knee up between your hands and allowing your back leg to straighten out your hip flexor right here. And we're going to try and sit into the stretch, holding each one for 10 to 15 seconds. We want to start with a nice slow stretch at first so that we don't over lengthen our muscles too quickly. And then we'll switch. It's always nice to take a couple deep calming breaths while you're stretching. And we're going to do it one more time on each side. For those of you who are very flexible and you're saying, I don't really feel a stretch here, you can bring your face and chest closer to the floor. You can also turn towards the foot that's up and forwards. And we'll switch sides. And our next stretch is going to be called a spider. So you're going to start in this plank position again. Bring your foot up as close as you can outside of your hands, making sure that your full foot is planted on the floor. If this is too challenging, put your back knee on the floor for a little bit more support. Or if you can't get your foot all the way up here, scoot it back to where you can get your full foot on the floor. Our goal in this stretch is twofold. We want to be pushing this front knee outward and getting a stretch in our hip up at the top, but also you want to be activating and lengthening your hip flexor and your quad in the leg that is back. So we're going to do one more on each side. And again, if you need a little bit extra stretch, if you want to go into an advanced version, take your inside elbow and drop it to the ground. You could also take that inside arm and reach up above you. So again, a more challenging version is to keep your knee off of the ground, but you can also add some more support and put it on the ground. Some extra stretch, up and around. And we're gonna put these two moves together into a hip series. Okay, so we're gonna stretch out all of your hips. We're gonna start all on the right foot. You're gonna bring your right knee up into a pigeon between your hands and sit back. Add an extra stretch if you feel comfortable. And you're gonna take that same leg and you're going to bring it up into a spider. We're only holding each one for about 5 seconds. Drop your back knee if you haven't yet, and you're going to straighten your front leg, coming back to sit on your heel, and you're going to point your right toes up to the ceiling. You'll feel a stretch in the back of your hamstrings in that foot that's forwards. And we're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Use your left leg, bring it up into a pigeon. And bring your left leg into a spider. Holding each one about 5 seconds. And then you're going to straighten out your front leg while sitting back onto your heel. Drive your toes up towards the ceiling. Feel the stretch in the back of your hamstring. And then we're going to come back into child's pose. So child's pose is with your feet together. Your knees just need to be wide enough to accommodate your ribs. You're going to sit back to your heels and reach forwards. And for an added stretch, we're going to take some tension out of your shoulders and we're going to do a reach through. So in this position, you're going to reach your right arm across and under, keeping your palm on the ground. And we're going to switch sides to the left. And I'm going to show you guys one more stretch for your hamstrings, and this one is called a couch stretch, and I very much encourage you to do it in front of your couch while you're watching TV, binging your favorite show, spending some family time. Use a pillow. Pretend that this is your couch. This is where you sit. This is the part that attaches to the ground. I'm going to use a folded towel for a little added protection on my knee. You can use your couch cushion. You can use a throw pillow. You can ball up a towel. What you're going to do, put the toes of your shoe on the couch cushion and put your knee on that pillow. Your other foot is going to come out into a lunge position. Your goal is to have this leg on the ground as perpendicular to the ground as possible. You should feel a stretch in your quad and even into your hip flexor here. If being this close to your couch is too difficult, move your pillow out. But try to keep your toes pointed up towards the ceiling on your couch. The other thing is you don't want to be leaning forwards in this stretch. You want to be as upright with your torso as possible. I would hold this about 30 seconds on each leg, and I would go back and forth 2 times for this stretch. This is a great one because it's easy. You don't have to do a whole lot. You can watch your TV while you're doing it. Switch sides, carefully come out. Switch to the other leg. These are great stretches to do. They only take a couple of minutes. I would highly encourage, if you're starting to feel very stressed physically from sitting in front of a computer all day, do these in the morning when you first get up. Get yourself ready for your day, and then take a break around lunch, do them again, and then even after you're done working for the day, or at dinner time or right before bed is another great time to get some stretching in. So thanks for watching, guys.